welcome to the 86th annual meeting of Rock Energy Cooperative. At this time, I'd like to ask our board of directors to stand and be recognized, please. All right. Okay. Quorum, there are 26 members in attendance, so we have a quorum. Is there any objection to waiving the reading of the notice of meeting and proof of mailing? Hearing none, the reading has been waived by unanimous consent. Is there any objection to approving the minutes of the 2021 annual meeting? Hearing none, the 2021 minutes will stand approved as printed in the September edition of the Cooperative magazine. For the Treasurer's report, I would refer you to the financial report found in the September magazine that was placed on your seat. Now I'd like to introduce our CEO, Shane Larson, for his report.
Good evening and welcome. We appreciate your participation in the governance of the co-op tonight. My comments will be very brief. I want to take a look back real quick at 2021 and what's going on in 2022. Many of us remember 2021, Winter Storm Uri, back in February. In spite of Uri's impact to the co-op, and there was a big impact to us, as noted in the financial report, we did do well financially, and we were able to continue to invest in infrastructure of the system to maintain reliability for our members. As we approach the fourth quarter of 2022, the co-op is in very good shape. We have many challenges, and I was thinking about this. If there was one word that I would use to describe 2022, that would be volatility. We see it in the stock market, we see it at the gas pump, we see it at the grocery store. There's some things that have really impacted the co-op with the volatility that we're experiencing in the economy. Everybody's aware of the supply chain issue. That certainly has impacted the co-op. Items that took weeks, sometimes days for us to get, now take 6 months, 2 years to receive. We've seen double-digit increases in our products. On the natural gas side, we own a natural gas system. That's impacted that. We also are relying on natural gas for the production of electricity. We've seen natural gas go up 300% in the last 2.5 years. If you've seen anything in the MISA market, and that's where we buy our electricity through our power supplier, Line Energy, we're seeing prices that we have historically never seen before, and they're constantly high. So that truly impacts what we're trying to do with our rates. And there's a lot of talk out there about reliability. On the national news, we hear about possible blackouts around the country and future shortages, and that's very troubling. So there's a lot of volatility that we're being made aware of every day in our co-op. On the national side, there's some things I want to talk about that impact us almost on a daily basis. I'm going to bring up 2 items: electric vehicles and distributed generation, and in particular on the distributed generation side, solar. Both of these items impact the co-op operationally and financially. So we are constantly evaluating and modifying our policies and our rates to do what is best for the entire membership. It's an extremely complicated situation, and it is going to be one that continues to accelerate, especially with what we've just seen legislatively with the IRA, the Inflation Reduction Act. There's a lot of incentives in there about solar, renewables, and electric vehicles. Again, I'm said that my remarks will be brief. I'm going to wrap it up. We have a great team of employees who care deeply about our members. We have a board that is dedicated to doing what is right for the membership. So no matter the challenge, Rock Energy will always attempt to do what is right and proper for in the best interest of our entire membership. Thanks again for coming out. We look forward to hosting some events in a non-COVID world soon. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Shane, I apologize for calling you up here out of order. Oh, well, now to the chairman's report. And on behalf of Rock Energy's directors and employees, I'd like to thank you for attending our 86th annual meeting. Here we are a year later and still dealing with the impact of COVID. When this event was being planned last winter, the pandemic was a major concern because our members' health and safety are our top priorities. The board, like last year, agreed to move this meeting to the fall and focus on the business aspect of the meeting. We're hopeful that next year we can return to our more traditional meeting and dinner event. Naturally, our co-op's purpose is to provide members with safe, reliable, and affordable energy. But co-ops do more than that. We help build a real sense of community among members. That's why we choose the Cooperative Advantage, a tradition of value and community, for this year's theme. Since 1936, we've been providing value to our members and improving the quality of life for them. Your concerns are our concerns, and we're committed to supporting and giving back. Scholarships, youth events, school supply drives, and energy assistance are just some of the programs we sponsor. We take on these projects because we firmly believe that what's good for our members and the community are good for the co-op. Furthermore, we feel that as a cooperative, we have a special responsibility to support all residential and business areas where our members and employees live and work. Another thing that sets us apart are capital credits. In 2021, we are happy to report we closed the books with healthy margins. As such, our margins were solid enough to operate in a sound business manner and give back to our members in the form of capital credits. In 2022, Rock Energy is distributing about $1.2 million in capital credits to current members and about $200,000 to past members. Since the co-op was founded 86 years ago, about $25 million has been paid back to past and current members. The energy world is more challenging than ever, lots of uncertainty, but always know that the co-op will keep the greater good of the membership in mind when decisions must be made. With that in mind, we're dedicated to providing you with feedback you need. If you have any questions about the co-ops that aren't answered here tonight, please feel free to fill out one of the yellow forms on your table, drop it off in the questions box at the back of the room before you leave. We'll attempt to contact you at a later time to provide an answer. In closing, I'd like to express how proud I am to serve as your board chairman, and I want to thank all the employees for their hard work and dedication. In the past 86 years, we've built one of the finest groups of people working at any co-op. I also want to thank all the members. Thank you again for choosing to be with us tonight at the 2022 annual meeting, and I hope you enjoy the evening.
Thank you, Clark. Good evening. I can't wait to see this room filled again, like it was for so many years, picking up on Shane's comment a moment ago. So this section of the meeting addresses several items of business that require action by the membership, largely relating to the election of directors. The first part of that is approval of the minutes of the nominating committee meeting. They appear at page 18 of your annual reports. It's been the practice here at Rock for the membership at the annual meeting to approve these minutes of the nominating committee. So is there any objection to waiving the reading of those minutes of the nominating committee and approving them as they are printed at page 18 of the annual report? Is there any objection to waiving the reading and approving those by unanimous consent? Seeing no objection, I'll declare those minutes approved. Thank you. And the next item of business is to complete the election of directors. The nominating committee presented a slate of 3 candidates for you. I'm going to ask you to stand please, we'll vote district by district. The bylaws do provide that when any race is uncontested, that the effort and expense of actually printing and counting ballots can be dispensed with, and the elections can occur by voice vote or unanimous consent. And that's how we'll propose to proceed this evening. So with that, again, all three districts, District 2, 4, and 9, are uncontested. We'll do them in numerical order. The first district is District 2. Marion Trescher is the nominee. Thank you, Marion. So, all in favor of electing Marion to another 3-year term on the Board of Directors, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, no. That carried, and Marion, congratulations, you're reelected.
Thank you.
In District 4, Todd Thompson is the nominee. Todd, for health reasons, to ensure everybody's safety here, is not able to be with us this evening. He let Shane know that a little earlier in the day, and regrets that he can't be with us. Nevertheless, he is still the sole nominee for District 4. So all in favor of electing Todd Thompson. And by the way, the biographical information on each of the candidates is in the last 2 pages of the annual report. One was on the back page, and Marion and Todd are on the inside of that back cover. If you'd like to know anything more about any of the candidates. So with that, I will ask all in favor of electing Todd Thompson to represent District 4 for this next 3-year term, please indicate by saying aye. Any opposed, no. That motion carries, and Todd is elected to the board. And the third nominee is Wendell Boyer. Wendell, if you'd stand, please. Thank you. And Wendell's information, like I said, is on the back cover of the program of the WC News. So all in favor of re-electing Wendell to a 3-year term to represent District 9, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, no. That motion carried. I appreciate your attention. Thank you. Clark talked a little bit about the co-op advantage that we're so proud of, and the fact that the directors who oversee the governance of the co-op month in and month out are members just like everybody in the room, and are elected by you on the basis of one member, one vote, is an important, critical part of that co-op difference that we're all so proud of. So thank you for inviting me to be with you this evening, and Clark, I will turn it back to you.
Is there any unfinished business? Hearing none, we'll move on to new business. Is there any new business? Hearing none, we'll draw for door prizes. Okay, 678006. $86. Credit on your bill. $6 credit, 678027. Wonderful. Great. We have 2 door prizes in honor of the co-op's 86th annual meeting. Guess I should have read that a little earlier. All right. Now that we've done our door prizes, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. I have a motion. Do I have a second? And I have a second. All those in favor, say aye. Opposed, nay. Thank you very much. Drive home safe.